Hello, friends. I'm Pastor Jason, and this is your daily glimpse into the Bible. And today we're diving into 2 Samuel chapters 8 through 10. If you've ever wondered what it means to live with bold faith, deep compassion, and kingdom purpose, today is going to speak right to your heart. Why don't we go ahead and get started? You see, in chapter 8, we see King David in a season of incredible victory. The Bible says the Lord gave David victory wherever he went. That's in verses 16 and 14. He defeats his enemies left and right, Philistines, Moabites, Arameans, and more. But here's what stands out. David wasn't fighting for personal gain. He was establishing God's grace. Verse 15 says, David reigned over all Israel, doing what was just and right for all his people. See, when God blesses you with influence, it's not for your ego, it's for His glory. Use your victories to lift up others, not just yourself. Samuel chapter 9 is one of the most tender moments in the Old Testament. David remembers a promise he made to Jonathan, his dear friend, and asks, "Is there anyone still left of the house of Saul to whom I can share kindness for Jonathan's sake?" That's in verse 1. They find Mephibosheth, sorry for the pronunciation, that's Jonathan's son, who's crippled in both feet. David brings him in, restores his land, and seats him at the royal table for life. God's grace doesn't just restore what you lost. It gives you a seat at the king's table. Does that sound like anybody? Does that maybe sound like you or I? You see, we were broken. We were crippled. We were lame. But Jesus made room at the table for us. Then in chapter 10, David again tries to show kindness. He sends ambassadors to comfort Hanun, the new king of the Ammonites, after his father's death. But Hanun thinks David is plotting against him. So he humiliates David's men, shaving off half of their beards and cutting their clothes. That insult? Well, it leads to war. What could have been peace turned into battle. Isn't that how the world sometimes treats us? We try to show kindness and get mocked in return. But just like David, we keep standing strong. Romans chapter 12, verse 18 reminds us, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. But don't be surprised when people reject grace. Just keep offering it anyway. Whether you're winning battles like in chapter 8, restoring the broken like in chapter 9, or misunderstood like in chapter 10, God is writing your story. He's looking for people who will show justice like David, grace like Christ, and boldness like the early church. So today, who can you show kindness to? Who's sitting on the outside that God's calling you to bring to the table? Let's live lives that reflect the kindness of the King, because we've been invited. We should invite others. Well, thanks for joining me this morning, and remember, your life is the only Bible some people will ever see. Make it count. God bless you.